MB Izzle. Sounds all right, doesn't it?
MBE, Fara MBE.
What does MBE? Member of the British Empire?
I think so.
Jesus, imagine me with that.
You wouldn't be invited to the palace, love.
I know, you wouldn't get past the guards at the
I
front.
wouldn't, and do you know what? I'm actually delighted about that. That'd be absolutely atrocious if that was to happen to me. Awkward though, because they'll probably like, she's a superstar, she's such a good person. But oh, do you want one? Do you want one? Handing out to everyone these days, aren't they?
They are, aren't they?
You know?
No, I agree.
Nightmare.
Rather insulting from
I'm
you.
glad I got mine before they were handed out to everyone.
That's it, yeah, that's it. If it was you deserve it since you're like the most all-time cap player for England. So I'll let you have it. Ah, you're okay.
Who's getting close to you? It was Jill.
Is it Lucy? I don't know. Lucy, maybe someone said. Maybe Lucy.
Okay. It's quite crazy, isn't it, that you've got that many caps for your country? You're the all-time.
Do you know what? I should have had more. I'm not going to lie.
Why should you have had more?
I mean, early on in my career, I was, when Hope obviously took the England job, I was a naughty kid. I was a bit like this one. I was just naughty, so Hope tried to manage that through obviously not giving me the reward of actually playing for England. So in the early days when I broke on the scene at 17, I'd played like back-to-back games. And all of a sudden it's like your behaviour, so you kind of miss a few games. It's like we'll put you on the bench and you won't come on and kind of teach you a lesson. And then I think I didn't get injured throughout my career that much, but then obviously Phil Neville, he's a bit of an ageist in my opinion. I felt he wasn't open to kind of hear my experiences of being there when he took over. For like 19 years before he was there, I was an international player, so I was trying to kind of share those experiences. His first, role in the women's game. And I was trying to share those differences between managing men and managing women. And I don't know if he was a little bit intimidated, didn't like me, or I weren't good enough. So I don't know.
So well, it's definitely not good enough. But that's my thing. I think now there's definitely a thing in women's football. And as soon as you are over 30 years old, you start getting written off. It's like, you're a senior player, your legs have gone, all that. I'm like, come on. Like, in that squad, you would play absolutely all day long. Like this squad, the current England squad, in my opinion, you would be playing every game. True?
I think so. Yeah, no, I think so.
So it's like he's probably come in and felt threatened that you're a senior player. Why does that happen? When people come into power, it's like we have to make
statement.
Yes, it's like a statement. Why is that?
Ask me. I don't know. It's interesting. I felt that a little bit. I felt like when he did, and look, Kira's fantastic, and she was a young player kind of challenging for that role. We had Jade Moore there at the time. There was a few of us in that position, and I always felt like, why can't you play the both of us alongside each other and kind of give more players in front that little bit of freedom? At the time, we had fullbacks that were more attack-minded than defence-minded. So it would have secured a kind of box in front of the back two and two holders, but he wasn't never prepared to kind of play that formation.
How old are you now, Fara? I know we shouldn't ask
40.
That. You're 40 now? Like, look at Modric.
I know, unbelievable, yeah.
39, officially the oldest man's player playing football. I mean, age is a number, especially if you can still play like that. Like, it doesn't disappear overnight, does it?
No, and you know what? I think we had the advantage of that we weren't full-time, so we wasn't putting the mileage through the legs really early in our career. The young ones that have turned professional now at 16, 17, how long are they going to be able to play? Are they going to play till I did at 37, 38? I don't know, because, as I said, training twice a week and having your day job.
That's a real interesting one, because I think too there's like this thing in the women's game, not every club, but there's some clubs out there are like international teams, and they think everyone has to be on the pitch the same amount, doing the exact same stuff. And I'm like, no, manage your players differently. So if you get a senior player, surely they don't need to be on the training pitch as much. But it's like you almost get punished. It's like, again, you're an older player, but I'm like, you can still, if you can last the 90 minutes, 90 plus minutes, whatever it is, if it's 60 minutes, brilliant. Why should you be forced to be on that pitch? If you're going to be in good condition to play at the weekend, what's the problem?
Do you mean training? Why should you be forced to do the same training as an 18-year-old?
I get in the men's game, they've got more staff and stuff, so it's maybe a bit easier to accommodate. But in the women's game, I'm like, it's just a no-brainer, but yet so many people are against it. I don't understand it.
No, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's for the older players. Sometimes I feel like the older players want to prove a point that they can keep doing it. As in, like, the youngsters aren't taking my place. I need to prove that I don't need that extra rest day. But actually, in doing that, probably gives you that little bit more longevity with it. But yeah, maybe an ego thing, a pride thing with us older players. But certainly management, I think throughout the women's game, in terms of there's so many different things that need to change. We could talk about diet and nutrition. Does everybody have to be under a certain body fat in order to perform? In my opinion, no. Do you have to, it depends on positions. Do you have to be able to run X amount? And it does need to be managed a lot better. And then,
the body fat is an interesting one because everybody's a different shape, different size. Like, you think back to your times being younger at England, what you were eating was such a big thing. Like for you, everything that all these players were comparing each other and whatever like that. That's quite difficult at that age, having to manage that.
It was horrible. I mean, I like food. I'm not hiding the fact that I enjoy eating food. And you train every day, you train to such a high intensity. At England, I felt when sports science come into it and they started to change the menu at camps, that everybody's watching what everybody's eating. And, you know, when they're putting up your body fat, you know, you start comparing your body fat to the next person. But for me, everybody's different. Your body shapes, as you mentioned, are different. And one person's body type to another's, you know, in terms of what will get best performance isn't the same. I always felt when I was a little bit heavier, I actually felt like I was better. I didn't look better, but I actually felt better in terms of having an impact later in games. When I was going through the stage of trying to keep my body fat low, trying to look good in my kit or on TV, whatever you want to call it, or for the tick box of your body fat percentage, I actually felt like you get to 60 minutes, I'm flagging. And, you know, it was always trying to kind of keep that balance of what's right and what's not right.
I agree with that. I know I'm in a place now where I'm comfortable, so I know I'm never going to have a six-pack. I don't want a six-pack. I like the finer things in life. But I'm like, as long as I can run, like I can still run. Fitness testing, like for a midfielder, I'm up there, I can run. I've got an engine, I can run, so whatever. I'm never going to look good in a bikini. I'm okay with that.
Me too.
But people are...
I wear a tracksuit on the beach.
But I think that's... I think in the women's game, people... It's an image in the changing room. My changing room's banter. My changing room's great because we are all the same. We've got Mitchie, we've got G, and we are, honestly, we do not look like athletes. But I'd say they're the best players in the team, so I'm like, what does it matter? They perform in the weekend, so... But it's definitely an image thing now.
100%. And it should be a performance-based thing, not an image.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah, especially younger ones coming through now, and social media is a big part of it. Like they have to look a certain way, and then they have to hit targets and body fat percentage.
I'm going to start editing.
Have you noticed I've never put a bikini picture on my Instagram?
That's because it's on your OnlyFans. No.
How much are you noticing?
Like that.
Worry, Farah. Worry, there's no secrets here.